campers. Today, we're gonna learn about the coat of many colors. Hang on one sec. Wait, what?
Bible Gems is up next.
Will you stop?
Welcome to Bible Gems. I'm Auntie Linda.
And I'm Uncle Aaron.
And today we are going to go on the Bible time set. So we're going to have a good time, and we're going to start out with Miss Jody learning the memory verses. So we better hurry. I want to learn this one.
Israel of Joseph, Israel of Joseph, Israel of Joseph, and he made him a coat of many colors. Genesis 37, verse 3.
Yay! Good job. Good job.
Great. Thank you for sharing that awesome memory verse song.
Uncle Aaron, there's a special gem that we have today, and I wanted the boys and girls to see it. Do you know where it is?
I'll go find it.
You know where it is?
Leslie, you want to come help me?
Here it comes. It must be heavy. Okay.
It is heavy. It's full of gems. Must be.
Woo! All right.
Set it down.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you have?
All kinds of rubies and sapphires. But I think, McKenna found us the most precious jewel. Check this, guys. This is the Holy Scriptures. Many people over thousands of years contributed to putting this sacred book called the Bible together. And with it, we have all kinds of stories, amazing stories about how God has revealed himself to humans throughout human history.
Uncle Aaron, can you tell us one today? Do you want to hear a story today?
Yes! All right. Well, let me take a look what we have here. This is a good story. It's the story of Joseph and the coat of many colors. Now, Joseph was born, and his mom, Rachel, was Jacob's beloved wife. And Joseph had another younger brother. Who knows his name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin, that's right. Benjamin, unfortunately, when Benjamin was born, Rachel, his mom, died in the process. And so Jacob had a very, very special love for those two children, Joseph and Benjamin, because they were the only two children that came from his most precious and beloved wife. So the story begins where Joseph was given a very, very special coat. What did this coat look like? It was really colorful. I've got a coat, now it's not the same coat, but I've got a colorful coat right over here. Whoa.
Oh.
Now, who would like to wear this beautiful, colorful coat? Whoa, so many of you want to. Well, I'm going to choose, because I get the right to do that. Let's go with Nathan. Oh, Nathan, come here. Let's see if we can put it face that. Yeah, there you go. Check it out. Whoa. He looks nice. Let's throw him in a pit. Man, Nathan, you look really good in that coat. Now, how did you guys feel that I didn't pick you? That I didn't let you wear that? Jealous? You felt jealous?
How dare you do that?
How dare I do that? That's right. Now, how do you think that Joseph's brothers felt when their dad, it was their dad too, right? Gave only Joseph a beautiful coat. In fact, this was a coat that signified royalty, that signified wealth, that signified that he was more loved, really, than the rest of them. You would feel jealous. You would maybe be like, this just isn't fair.
How about hurt?
You'd feel hurt, right? You know, he's your dad too. What's going on with that? Unfortunately, it led to jealousy and more dysfunction within that family. Now, to make matters even worse for the rest of the brothers, Joseph had a dream. And in this dream, he beheld that there were 12 sheaves, 12 stacks of sheaves, and they were standing there. But 11 of those sheaves bowed down, and they just fell flat to the ground, and it looked like they were giving honor and glory to the one sheaf.
He didn't tell his brothers that story, did he?
Oh, he did. He came to his brothers and his parents, and he said, hey, look, this is a dream I've had. And how do you think the brothers interpreted that dream?
They were saying that he thought that they were going to have to bow down to him.
That is what they thought. And it seemed to be that that's actually what the dream meant. So this dream happened, and they said, what? Are you going to rule over us? Are we going to bow down to you? Come on, man. And then, guess what happened?
They threw him in a pit.
Eventually they did. But before that, they had another dream. That's right. He had another dream. And who knows what this dream was in this dream? All right, let's go with Crystal over there.
The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down to him.
That's exactly right. The sun and the moon and 11 stars, they also bowed down. And when he shared with his parents this, even his parents are like, whoa, are you serious?
The sun was his father, and the moon was his mother, and the 11 stars were his 11 brothers.
Yeah, that's right. That's how they interpreted it, and that's how I think what God meant by it. Now, after that happened, it looks like a little time went by, and Jacob called to Joseph, and how did Joseph respond? He said, here I am. Joseph was a very obedient child. He said, here I am. What do you want, Dad? And Jacob said, I would like for you to go and to check on your brothers who are out in, I believe it was Shechem. But could he find them there? No, there was a man, we don't know who, but a man told them that, hey, your brothers have gone to another place called Dothan, if I'm pronouncing it right. And so Joseph went off, Joseph, correct? Yes. He went off to Dothan to look for his brothers.
I bet he was excited because his journey was almost over.
Oh, I'm sure he's like, oh man, I've gone here, now I gotta walk another 14 miles. But he was happy to do the will of his father. And as he went, he found them there. When he was a far way off, once his brothers saw him, what popped into their mind?
Throw him in that pit.
Throw him in a pit. Well, actually something even worse. The first thing that popped in their mind was, let's kill him. It was actually Judah, right? Judah was the one who said, man, let's kill him. And they all seemed to get on board
They
with that.
remembered the dreams, didn't they?
Oh,
Because they
yeah.
said, behold the dreamer.
Oh, yeah. They were mocking him and saying, oh, here's the master of dreams, the dreamer. Oh, here he comes. Man, forget this guy. Let's throw him and let's kill him.
Joseph must have been sad.
Yeah, he probably really was.
But when they put him in the pit, they said that we could kill him, and Reuben's like, no, we should throw him in the pit. So he was actually more nicer than the rest of them.
Yeah, that's right. At least Reuben, who was the firstborn, he was the oldest, had a little bit of oomph, a little bit of authority, and he said, let's not kill him, let's just throw him in a pit. He was planning to come back later to take him out, but he caved in to the peer pressure, right? He was a little bit courageous, but he wasn't courageous enough to say, no, that's foolishness. We shouldn't kill our own brother. That's not okay. But they threw him in there.
Yeah.
And then there's something that happened along the way. Daddy Hall, do you have a comment or something to share?
Yes, Uncle Aaron, I do. You know, we think about the story of Joseph and how his brothers wanted to kill him. But you know that the Bible says that if we hate our brother, it's the same as killing them. And so if we hate someone, we're kind of just as bad as what Joseph's brothers were when they wanted to hurt their brother. But who is it that can take hate out of our heart? God can take hate out of our heart.
Amen. Thank you for sharing those insights. Yes, Joseph was definitely bullied and went through a lot of loneliness there. Now, when he was thrown in that pit, a group of people came along. What kind of people were they? They were a caravan. They weren't Egyptians.
She said it.
Ishmaelites. That's right, Ishmaelites. They came along and, wait a second, Ishmaelites. That means they were descendants from who? Ishmael. Wait, wasn't Ishmael the son of their grandfather or their great-grandfather? Yeah, Abraham had his first son, Ishmael, but then the promised son, Isaac. So these were relatives. We have some relatives, the Ishmaelites are coming by, and they said, you know what? We're going to make profit off of this.
That's so greedy.
That's so greedy. Now, Joseph was sold for these 30 pieces of silver shekels, and he was taken away. What do you boys and girls think was going on in the mind of Joseph? What would you be thinking, being taken away, being betrayed and sold into really slavery by your own siblings, your own brothers? How would you feel, Zachary?
I gotta get out of here somehow.
Yeah, I
Amen.
probably feel that way too.
I've got to get out of here. Now, as he's being taken away, over in the far distance, he may have been able to just see where, right there, maybe just over that hill, or maybe he could actually see that's where I used to live.
That must have been awful.
And he's looking away and he's sad. And he's probably thinking, how can I get out of this? And right when he thought, how can I get out of this? I like to believe that what popped into his mind were the dreams that he had. Remember those dreams? He knew that God gave him those dreams, and those dreams, those prophecies had not yet come to fulfillment. So he had to cling on to some kind of a hope, believing that there will be a time where those dreams will come to fulfillment. And he knew God was still with him, even when he had been forsaken by his own family.
You know, Aron, I can imagine that when Joseph was just a little boy, he spent time reading the Word of God. He spent time having worship with his family. So boys and girls, every day when you get up, spend time reading the Bible and listening to the promises of God. I will never leave you or forsake you, because I am sure that when Joseph was on that way to Egypt, he was reminded of the promises of God, and it gave him courage to face the challenge ahead.
That's right. Any other thoughts or comments along this story? Yeah, Gavin.
I imagine that the Joseph's brothers would learn that, oh, we did something bad, but we don't want to tell father because he'll get really mad, so we'll just lie to him. And they lied and lied, and then their father actually cried and didn't let Benjamin go when they had to go to Egypt because he didn't want to lose another son.
Yeah,
They did do something to his coat, didn't they?
they did.
Oh yeah,
They killed a wild animal and they put the blood all over it.
You know what?
Now,
One
friends.
lie leads to another.
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, that's about all the time we have for now. We'll see you next time.